In this video, we'll explore how to use CSS Grid to create a grid layout with responsive column sizes and specific placement for certain grid items. Let's dive into the code. First, we have meta tags in the head section to ensure proper rendering and scaling on different devices. The CSS styles define the layout and appearance of the grid and its items. The body has its margin set to auto, which centers the grid horizontally. The Grid Container class sets up the CSS Grid layout. We use grid template columns to create responsive columns with a minimum width of 300 pixels, and each column will take up an equal fraction of the available space. We also set column gap and row gap to define the spacing between columns and rows, and apply background color and padding for styling. The Grid Container greater than div selector styles the grid items with background color, border, padding, font size, and text alignment. Specific placements for certain grid items are defined with classes like Item 1 and Item 8. For example, Item 1 spans from the first to the third column and row, while Item 8 spans from the first to the third column and from the fifth to the seventh row. In the HTML section, we have a grid container with 8 child div elements representing grid items. Some items have specific classes applied for precise positioning. Overall, this code demonstrates the flexibility and power of CSS Grid in creating responsive and visually appealing layouts with precise control over grid item placement and sizing. Let's explore the code further and see it in action.